Alright guys, how you doing? It's my video on the Ford Focus ST audio. I want to let everybody know out there, the bottleneck is definitely not the hardware per se. The stereo factory amp, I don't know, for most people it'll be good. The problem is with the speakers. Even though it's the upgraded, I don't know what the fuck they upgraded, but this right here is a stock speaker, right, in the stock housing. I haven't ripped this one apart yet. I've already done 3 of my other doors, and so now I'm going to show you guys, the differences between the stuff. So anyways, right here on the back, they're just using an inductor and a capacitor to filter out secondary to the amp. The amp is already doing some filtering because I don't have these on mine, and I'm not getting any mids or lows to the tweets, and the woofers sound good. So definitely a massive upgrade just doing the speakers. So if you think the radio is pretty okay and you don't want to spend a bunch of money, then definitely I'll show you the speakers I got right now. They're the best fit. I wanted to use the stock tweeter housings and all that stuff. I didn't want you to know that I put aftermarket shit in. So I'll show you that in a second. But definitely, these are the problem. If you see right here, 25 fucking watts, dude. My radio from 1986, had better speakers than this. This is now my car's stereo, but anyways, that's a whole different discussion. So 25 watts compared to the ones I got, which are the Infinity Primus. I guess these are the new series that took over the Reference. So if any of you have ever had the Infinity Reference series, this is the replacement. They no longer have Reference. It's called Primus, I guess. But it's much better. Surround material is nice and soft compared to this stuff. It's like gooey, and it's less thick. It's thinner. And then the cone. This is like a hard plastic, and this is more of a if you flick them, this one has a more deeper tone. This one has a ting tone when you flick it with your fingernail. So obviously the materials used are totally different, so you're gonna get different sounds out of each of these. Let's see what else. The tweeters in the stock, you might recognize this. This is from the back door on the ST3s. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the ST2s have it. I don't think the ST1s have the tweeters in the back doors. But anyways, looks like that with the grill. It looks like this when you take the grill off. So these tweeters are fucking useless. All right, I can't think of anything more useless than this. Besides fucking, I don't know. I got no fucking answer for you. If you wanna say something, here, take a screenshot, and then in the back, do a video response or something, or a picture response or whatever, and say these things are more useless than something, and make some shit up like your sister or something. No. Anyways, so the reason I went with these Infinities compared to, I looked at a bunch of other ones. The problem is, this is like a 3/4 inch tweeter. Most of the aftermarket shit, like the ones I stuffed in my White Focus, they're 1-inch tweeters, but these are a little bit over 1/2 inch. I think they're like 5/8. So they actually fit in these factory housings. So what I do is, they already have RTV in them around the edges right here and right here. They use like little RTV. So I cut the RTV, pull it out, then I stuff this inside with there's another black mounting housing that makes this wider. and then it fits in there almost perfect. Then I go ahead and I've been using a hot glue gun. Works pretty good, just all the way around to hold this in place, so I don't have to try to figure some crazy shit. The good thing about the glue gun is that if I have to take these out or replace them or something, it's not in there like if you JB weld these motherfuckers, you're never getting them out. So I would suggest something removable. RTV or the hot glue gun will work great. So this is what it'll look like when you tear it apart, because the speaker is fucking part of the actual housing. I don't know why these assholes started doing this. The first car I ever saw it in was a Lexus IS300, and I fucking lost my mind. I don't know why they do that when they could just screw a speaker in, but no, they want to make it all difficult and have it part of it. So you have to go around, clip the edges. This is right where the ring attaches. Right there. Clip those with a pair of dikes, and make sure they're big pair, not massive, but make sure they're a nice pair of dikes, like channel lock dikes or something. Because otherwise it'll just be a pain in the ass. What else? So my final thoughts on the stereo with just the upgraded speakers is that 90% of you guys out there will think that it's awesome. Me personally, I don't think it's awesome even with the upgraded speakers. It does sound a hell of a lot better, and if I wasn't already getting the rest of the stuff to put the rest of the stereo together, which will be a different video, I wouldn't buy the amp or the LC2 by Audio Control. But I always like to do overkill. So 90% of you, if you want it to just sound better and you're almost happy with it now, go ahead, get those Infinity Primus or any component set that you think is good, but make sure it has a 1/2-inch tweeter. That way you can fit it in the factory stuff and it's not going to look stupid. You're not going to have to extra drill or trim to try to fit a bigger tweeter. It's not worth it. You're not going to get a sound difference that's going to be worth it. Other than that, it's all good news as far as that. I got to turn the radio EQ up on the highs, so it's guaranteed the speakers that cannot handle the input from the amp. The speakers just get all distorted and they just don't like it. So I wish that one guy from the Focus Forum lived closer. I could have him do his little audio analysis deal that he did on the website. If you guys haven't seen that, it's on focus.st.org, and he actually checks the dB drop on the different frequencies for the stock stereo. It's pretty cool. So until next video, I'm going to be putting in a Kicker 700.5 5-channel amp, the Audio Control LC2, which is a powered converter. So unlike those cheap ass ones that I don't know why people still buy for like $25 that you hook, the speaker wires into and you get RCAs out of, those usually give out about 0.7 volts. There's other videos on YouTube you could check out to verify this. They give out about 0.7 volts in this Audio Control LC2 or LCI2. I don't know, they changed. I think they changed. They put an I in there somewhere. Anyways, it's putting out about 7.25 to 7.7 volts on the RCA pre-outs. And I'll show you in my next video after I get it hooked up how to set and tune the LC2 and how to set and tune the amp to specs so you'll never blow your speakers. So until then, subscribe, hit like, share the stuff. I'm trying to keep my videos real and not put all this extra time and effort into something. I want you guys to know that I'm not bullshitting and doing this for money. I'm just doing this to spread a little knowledge. So yeah, until next time, have fun.